Chosen one, stop for a moment. Archangel Michael needs to talk to you, and it has to be now. This did not find you by accident. Your breakthrough is standing at your door, but something has been trying to make your hand tremble before you open it. You felt it before these words reached you. Your spirit has been restless, your sleep has not felt deep. And even when the room was quiet, something inside you kept whispering that a major shift was closer than anyone could see. You tried to ignore it. You tried to act normal. But your soul knew. Michael is not coming to entertain your curiosity. He is coming because the hour is sensitive. There are moments when heaven sends comfort, and there are moments when heaven sends instruction because the next step must be taken with care. This is one of those moments. Listen with your whole spirit. You have been carrying a pressure you cannot fully explain. Some days, it feels like heaviness on your chest. Some nights, it feels like a strange alert inside your body, as if something is about to happen, but has not arrived yet. You are not imagining this. Your spirit is picking up movement. The strange part is this. You expected peace when the breakthrough came closer. You expected relief. You expected everything to feel lighter. But instead, the pressure increased, and the silence around you became louder, while your thoughts started moving faster than before. That confusion has made you wonder if something is wrong. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not falling apart. You are not being abandoned. The weight you feel is not proof that heaven has left you. It is the sound of an old season resisting the door of a new one. A birth can feel like pressure before it looks like promise. Michael needs to talk to you because you are standing at a threshold. That word matters. A threshold is not the place where you quit. It is the place where the old world ends and the new world begins to breathe near your face. That is why the air feels different around you. You may have noticed people acting strange. Some became distant. Some became irritated by your silence. Some suddenly tried to pull your attention back into old arguments, old fear, and old versions of yourself that no longer fit where heaven is taking you. That is not random, it is timing. When a door begins to open, distractions often become louder. When a promise gets close, doubt starts speaking with confidence. And when a chosen one is about to step into a breakthrough, the enemy does not always attack the door. He attacks the hand that is reaching for it. That is why your emotions have felt unstable. One moment, you believe. The next moment, you question everything. One moment, you feel close to your answer. The next moment, you feel foolish for hoping again after so many delays. That back and forth has tired your heart. But hear this clearly. Your tiredness is not a sign that you are weak. It is a sign that you have been standing in spiritual resistance longer than most people could endure. You have kept praying while seeing little change. You have kept loving while feeling unseen. You have kept moving with broken strength. Michael is not ashamed of your weariness. Heaven is not disgusted by your questions. God is not angry because you cried in the dark and asked how much longer it would take. Your tears did not cancel your promise. Your trembling did not close your door. Grace was still working. There is a reason this message carries urgency. It is not because heaven wants you to panic. It is because panic has been trying to speak before peace can answer. Your breakthrough is close enough for fear to pretend it is wisdom. That is one of the most dangerous moments. Fear does not always sound like fear. Sometimes it sounds responsible. Sometimes it says, wait longer. Sometimes it says, do not expect too much. Sometimes it says, maybe this blessing is for someone else. And because you have been disappointed before, that voice can feel familiar. But familiar does not mean true. The voice that kept you alive in the wilderness cannot always lead you into the palace. Survival taught you to watch for danger, but breakthrough requires you to recognize favor when it comes quietly. This is why Michael is speaking now. You have asked for a sign. You have asked for confirmation. You have asked why the same wall seems to stand in front of your money, your calling, your relationships, and your peace. And deep down, you know this season is not just about getting something. It is about becoming ready to hold it. The door is not only about an external opportunity, it is also about an internal shift. If heaven opened the door while your heart was still chained to panic, you might call the blessing a threat and run from the very answer you begged God to send. That is why preparation felt so intense. Some of you have been waking up between deep night and early morning with a strange sense of being watched over. You open your eyes and your room looks the same, but your spirit knows something is near. You cannot explain it to others. They would call it stress. But your spirit knows the difference between ordinary stress and divine pressure. Ordinary stress scatters you. Divine pressure summons you. Ordinary stress makes you feel empty. Divine pressure makes you aware that something holy is approaching, even when your mind does not yet have the language for it. This is why Michael is not whispering softly from far away. He is standing near the doorway of your next season, and he is telling you to steady yourself before you touch the handle. Not because the door is dangerous, but because your old fear wants to follow you through it. The enemy could not erase what heaven wrote over your life. He could not stop every prayer. He could not cancel every seed. He could not destroy the favor hidden under your scars. So he tried another way. He tried to exhaust you until you no longer trusted the knock. That knock is not always loud. Sometimes it appears as an idea that will not leave. Sometimes it appears as a person reaching out at the right moment. Sometimes it appears as a small opportunity that feels too simple to matter, but carries the first key to a larger door. Chosen one, do not despise the small sign. Do not ignore the quiet pull. Do not dismiss the peace that arrives without drama. Many people miss divine movement because they expect heaven to shout. But some of the biggest breakthroughs begin as a calm knowing inside the chest. You have also felt resistance around abundance. Not just money, but abundance in peace, time, confidence, clarity, and support. It feels as if something invisible tries to make you expect lack before you even receive anything. That pattern did not begin yesterday. It has been trained into your system. This is where many chosen ones get confused. They think they are blocked because heaven has said no. But sometimes, the deeper issue is that their mind and body have lived in survival for so long that receiving begins to feel unsafe. The blessing arrives, and the old signal calls it danger. Before we go deeper, settle your spirit. The door was not locked. The silence was not empty. And what Michael is about to reveal next will change the way you see every delay you cried over. You reached this part because your spirit knows there is more. The door was not locked. The promise was not cancelled. The answer was not taken from you. And while your eyes were focused on the delay, heaven was working on the person who would need to walk through that door with peace. This is the reframe Michael wants you to receive. Delay was not denial. Silence was not absence. Waiting was not punishment. The season that felt like rejection was often the place where God was removing the panic that could have made you mishandle the blessing once it arrived. You thought heaven was keeping the door away from you, but heaven was keeping you from stepping through it before your spirit could carry what was waiting there. That may sound hard to hear, but love does not only open doors. Love also prepares the chosen one who must enter them. Think about how many times you prayed for change, then felt afraid when change came near. Think about how many times you asked for increase, then felt nervous when a new opportunity appeared. Your mouth asked for breakthrough, but your body remembered disappointment, and that memory made receiving feel unsafe. This is not shame. This is awareness. Michael is not accusing you. He is naming the battle that has been happening beneath the surface. You have not only been fighting people, delays, bills, confusion, or closed doors. You have been fighting the old signal that tells you nothing good can last. Chosen one, the door was not locked. You were being aligned. Your spirit was being trained to recognize peace without suspicion. Your mind was being taught to stop treating favor like a trap. Your heart was being healed from every moment when hope rose up, then got crushed. This is why the pressure became so personal. The breakthrough that is standing at your door is not only about money, love, calling, or opportunity. It is about identity. Heaven is asking if you can receive as the person you are becoming, not as the person who survived rejection. You are not the abandoned version anymore. You are not the overlooked version anymore. You are not the one begging at the edge of another person's approval anymore. Something has shifted. Even if your room looks the same, your name is being handled differently in the realm of the spirit. But your old identity does not leave quietly. It argues. It reminds you of what failed. It shows you faces that left. It brings back old words that wounded you when you were too tired to defend yourself. And then it says, "See, this door will close too." That is why Michael is interrupting the pattern. He is not only telling you that a breakthrough is near, he is telling you to stop wearing the emotion of someone who is still locked out. You cannot step into an open door while agreeing with the identity of rejection. Hear this with care. God did not bring you this far so you could worship the memory of disappointment. He did not preserve you through battles so you could bow to fear at the threshold. You were not protected all this time just to freeze when the door finally moved. The delay had a purpose. It taught you discernment. It showed you who celebrated your pain and who prayed for your healing. It revealed which voices made you smaller and which voices helped your faith breathe again. Nothing was wasted, even when everything felt still. This is why some things did not work out. You cried over them. You questioned God over them. You wondered why your effort was not enough. But heaven saw the ending before you saw the beginning. And mercy sometimes looks like a door that refuses to open. Now the door in front of you is different. You can feel it. It does not pull you into chaos the same way old doors did. It calls something deeper out of you. It asks for courage, but not desperation. It requires movement, but not panic. It carries peace. That peace may feel unfamiliar. Do not reject it. Some chosen ones have lived under pressure for so long that peace feels suspicious. They know how to survive storms, but they do not know how to rest when the wind stops. So when heaven sends calm, they look for danger. Michael is telling you to stop looking for danger in every blessing. Stop preparing for betrayal in every connection. Stop rehearsing loss before the gift even arrives. You are not being naive when you receive with peace. You are being obedient to the season God has already approved. This is where the hidden shift begins. A breakthrough can stand at the door, but your inner state decides how you respond to the knock. If your mind is trapped in stress, even a holy invitation can feel overwhelming. If your heart is calm, you can discern what is truly from God. Some call this spiritual readiness. Some call it nervous system healing. Some call it alignment. But the pattern is the same. When you live in constant survival, your thoughts move fast, your body tightens, and your spirit struggles to hear the quiet instruction that could change everything. This is why the alpha state matters. When your mind is trapped in beta stress, it keeps scanning for threats. It expects lack. It expects rejection. It expects the door to close again. But when your inner world becomes calm enough to receive, clarity begins to return. You start seeing what fear used to hide. You start hearing what panic used to cover. You start noticing small openings, better timing, wiser choices, and divine instructions that once passed by because your mind was too loud. This is not magic. It is alignment becoming practical. A little later, this message will point you toward a simple audio discovery called the wealth signal. Because many chosen ones need a practical way to support this shift from survival pressure into calmer receptivity. But for now, understand the deeper truth. Your breakthrough needs your peace as much as your prayer. This is not about chasing wealth with greed. It is about no longer carrying a scarcity signal into every room God opens. If you walk into a new season expecting lack, you may misread provision. If you walk in expecting betrayal, you may push away support. But the lock is not the issue now. Your agreement is the issue. Will you agree with fear, or will you agree with heaven? Will you agree with the version of you that was delayed, or will you agree with the version of you that has been prepared? They may not understand it. Let them wonder. They may say it happened too fast. Let them talk. They may think you did not deserve it. Let heaven answer. Your job is not to explain every open door to people who only knew you in a closed room. The door was not locked. You were being aligned. And now that alignment is becoming visible. You will notice it in your decisions. You will feel it in your peace. You will hear it in the way your spirit stops begging and starts standing. Before David touched the throne, he learned how to worship in hidden fields. Before Joseph stood before Pharaoh, he learned how to keep his spirit clean in places that looked like delay. Before Elijah heard the still small voice, he had to stop running long enough to listen. Your story is not random. Your pressure is not meaningless. Your waiting is not proof that you missed your moment. And in the next part, Michael will show you the sacred pattern that appears in the lives of chosen ones right before the door opens. Before David touched the throne, he learned how to worship in hidden fields. Before Joseph stood before Pharaoh, he learned how to keep his spirit clean in places that looked like delay. Before Elijah heard the still small voice, he had to stop running long enough to listen. Your story is not random. Your pressure is not meaningless. Your waiting is not proof that you missed your moment. Heaven has shown this pattern again and again, because chosen vessels are often shaped in silence before they are trusted with visible breakthrough. Michael needs to talk to you because you are not just waiting for an event. You are being positioned inside a sacred pattern, a pattern that appears over lives God marked, protected, hidden, stretched, and then suddenly lifted in a way no enemy could explain. Michael stands at thresholds. He is not casual about doors. He does not move with panic, and he does not speak for entertainment. When Michael shows up in a message like this, something spiritual is shifting near the entrance of your next season. Look at David. He was anointed before he was applauded. He was chosen before he was recognized. He carried oil before he carried a crown. And after the oil touched his head, his life did not become easier right away. It became more confusing for a season. That may sound like your life. You received a word. You felt a promise. Something inside you knew God had more for you. But instead of instant promotion, you went back to ordinary rooms, ordinary responsibilities, and battles that seemed too small for what heaven had whispered. David returned to fields after being marked. He faced lions and bears in places nobody celebrated. He learned courage where no crowd could clap for him. And while his brothers saw only a shepherd, heaven saw a king being trained in private pressure. Chosen one, private pressure is not proof that you are forgotten. Sometimes it is proof that your gift is too important to be rushed. If applause reached you before character could hold you, the same door you prayed for could have become the place where pride wounded your calling. David did not become king because people understood him. He became king because God had already chosen him. Your field is not your final address. Your hidden season is not your permanent identity, and no human opinion can block what God has decided to establish. Now look at Joseph. His story looked like contradiction. He saw a dream, then lost the comfort of home. He carried a promise, then entered a pit. He stayed faithful, then was falsely accused. He served with excellence, then was forgotten again. If Joseph measured God by one chapter, he would have called the promise a lie. But God was writing a deliverance story that would feed nations, restore a family, and place Joseph before Pharaoh at the exact hour wisdom was needed. This is why Michael is telling you not to judge your life by the pit. Do not judge it by the prison. Do not judge it by the people who forgot your name after you helped them. Heaven can remember you even when human mouths go silent. Joseph had to be ready before the door opened. Not bitter, not reckless, not thirsty for revenge. He had to carry power without becoming poisoned by pain, because the breakthrough waiting for him was not only personal, it was connected to people he had not even met yet. Now look at Elijah. He carried fire. He saw God answer with power. He confronted darkness with courage. Yet after a great victory, he became tired enough to want to disappear. Strong chosen ones can still become exhausted after carrying spiritual weight too long. Maybe that is where you are. You have survived things that should have destroyed you. You have fought battles in secret. But lately, your spirit has whispered that you are tired of being strong, tired of discerning, and tired of always enduring. Elijah did not need a lecture first. He needed rest. He needed food. He needed the tenderness of God before he could hear instruction again. Sometimes, heaven does not begin your next breakthrough by giving you a battle plan. Sometimes it begins by restoring your breath. And then came the still small voice. Not the wind, not the earthquake, not the fire. The voice came quietly. That is why peace matters. If Elijah had remained swallowed by fear and noise, he could have missed the gentle voice carrying his next instruction. This is where your life connects to his. You keep asking for a loud sign, but God may be sending a quiet one. You keep asking for dramatic confirmation, but the next door may come wrapped in calm, steady instruction that only a settled spirit can hear. Michael is warning you about noise. Not just noise around you, but noise inside you. The noise of overthinking, the noise of old wounds, the noise of scarcity, the noise of panic that makes every decision feel urgent, even when God is asking you to be still. The sacred pattern is clear. David was hidden before the throne. Joseph was delayed before the palace. Elijah was restored before the next assignment. And you are being aligned before the door because heaven will not only bring you to breakthrough, heaven will teach you how to remain whole inside it. Do not curse the preparation. Do not call every hidden place punishment. Do not assume that silence means absence. When God hides a chosen one, it is often because the next public season will require a private depth that shallow applause could never produce. You are not late, you are in formation. You are not rejected, you are being refined. You are not invisible, you are being covered. Michael is not speaking because your life is collapsing. He is speaking because your threshold moment has become spiritually sensitive. There are things you must not carry through the door. Old shame cannot come with you. Old fear cannot lead you. Old scarcity cannot sit on the throne of your decisions. Old voices cannot keep naming you after a season God already brought you through. This is why the enemy has been trying to exhaust your signal. He knows that if he cannot erase the door, he can try to confuse the one standing before it. He knows that a tired, chosen one may mistake divine timing for rejection. But heaven has been protecting more than your outcome. Heaven has been protecting your hearing, your discernment, your peace, your ability to know the difference between a door from God and a distraction dressed like relief. That is why the last season trained you so deeply. David needed courage. Joseph needed purity of heart. Elijah needed restored hearing. And you need peace at the door. Not the peace of having every answer, but the peace of knowing God did not bring you this far to abandon you at the entrance. So breathe. Let the pattern settle in your spirit. You are not strange for being tested before elevation. You are not cursed because the promise took time. You are walking a road many chosen ones walked before their visible breakthrough appeared. But now we must talk about the part most people avoid. The enemy could not stop the door from reaching you, so he aimed at something closer. He aimed at your signal, your focus, your peace, and your ability to recognize the knock when it came. The enemy could not stop the door from reaching you, so he aimed at something closer. He aimed at your signal. He aimed at your peace. He aimed at the part of you that must recognize the knock, because a door can open and still be missed by a frightened heart. This is the part Michael needed you to hear. Your breakthrough is standing at your door, but your old survival signal has been trying to make you hesitate. It tells you to wait when God says move. It tells you to hide when heaven says stand. It tells you to doubt peace. You have been trained by pain to expect another wound. You have been trained by delay to expect another closed door. And when your life has been shaped by disappointment for so long, even favor can feel suspicious when it comes near your house. That is not your failure. That is the place where healing is needed. You learned how to survive chaos, but now heaven is teaching you how to receive peace without flinching. You learned how to endure rejection, but now God is teaching you how to stand in acceptance. This is why your mind has been louder lately. The door is close, your spirit knows it. Your old fear knows it too, and fear has been rushing to speak first, because if it can make you panic at the threshold, it does not need to close the door. Listen carefully. The enemy could not cancel what heaven approved. He could not erase the promise. He could not destroy the seed. So he tried to disturb your inner world until you became too tired to discern, too tense to receive, and too afraid to open. That is why small things have felt heavy. A message can disturb your whole day. A bill can make your chest tighten. A silent person can make you question your worth. An opportunity can make you nervous instead of grateful, because your system keeps preparing for loss. But Michael is exposing the trick. You are not called to live in reaction anymore. You are not called to answer every fear. You are not called to let old pain translate every new door. The season ahead requires a cleaner signal and a steadier spirit. You prayed for the door. Now you must stop standing before it with the posture of someone still locked outside. You asked God for increase. Now you must stop shrinking when increase starts moving toward you. You asked for a new season. Now you must release the old identity. The door is not the problem. Your agreement is the battleground. Will you agree with the memory of rejection, or will you agree with the voice of heaven? Will you agree with fear, or will you agree with peace? This is where the shift begins. Michael is not saying this to condemn you. He is saying it to free you. You are allowed to become someone who does not panic every time life begins to change. You are allowed to receive without apologizing. You are allowed to walk through a door without expecting punishment. You are not entering a season that requires panic. You are entering a season that requires discernment. You must be able to feel peace and trust it. You must be able to sense an opening and not sabotage it. You must be able to receive and still remain humble. So he attacks your signal. He sends comparison. He sends rushing. He sends overthinking. He sends people who make you feel small right when you need courage. And if those do not work, he sends memories that whisper, "Remember what happened last time." Here is the word Michael needed to bring. Stop calling preparation rejection. Stop calling delay abandonment. Stop calling calm boring. Stop calling peace suspicious. Stop letting fear interpret divine timing. Fear is not qualified to explain a door that heaven has opened. Say this inside your spirit. I will not let fear read my future. I will not let lack name my season. I will not let old wounds decide what I deserve. I will not stand at an open door with the mindset of a prisoner. This is why calm matters. This is why your inner state matters. This is why peace is not optional in this season. Peace is the key that lets you recognize the difference between a door from God and a distraction wearing the clothing of opportunity. Many chosen ones are not lacking effort. They are exhausted from effort. They have prayed, worked, believed, waited, and tried again. But their inner world has been stuck in stress for so long that every new possibility feels like pressure instead of invitation. When the mind stays in beta stress, it scans for danger. It expects lack. It expects rejection. It makes the body brace before anything even happens. And when that becomes normal, a person can miss beautiful signals because the nervous system is too busy guarding old wounds. But when the mind begins to enter a calmer alpha state, something changes. The spirit can breathe, the body softens, the thoughts become clearer. You do not force every door. You recognize the right one with more peace, more patience, and more trust. This is why I place the wealth signal below this message. It is not a magic ritual. It is not a promise of instant riches. It is a simple 5-minute digital audio track designed to support the shift from stress-driven beta patterns into a calmer alpha state. You simply put on headphones and listen. No complicated practice, no long routine, no performance before God. Just 5 minutes of focused support for the part of you that has been living under pressure, scarcity, and survival for too long. The discovery is connected with the work of Dr. Stephen Newton, a neuroscience researcher, and it is built around the idea that your brainwave state can influence how you respond to opportunity, clarity, and abundance. That is why this belongs in this message. For the viewers of this message, it is currently $39. It also comes with 4 additional bonuses that support your money mindset, your daily focus, and your inner agreement with abundance. And there is 100% refund protection, so you can explore it without carrying fear. The link is below this message. When you feel the nudge, look at it after this part. But do not leave your spirit scattered right now, because the most important thing is not the tool alone. The most important thing is your agreement with heaven. Michael is asking for your agreement, not your panic, not your performance, not your explanation to people who never saw your private battles. Your agreement. The agreement that says, I will not run from the door because fear sounds familiar. Leave the old fear at the threshold. Leave the scarcity signal there. Leave the shame there. Leave the need to explain there. Leave the version of you that kept expecting pain there. You can honor what you survived without carrying it into every room God opens. Now breathe deeply. The door is standing. The knock is real. The warning is mercy. The instruction is peace. Michael did not come to terrify you. He came to tell you that the enemy targeted your signal because the door could not be stopped. Do not just understand this, seal it. The next words must not pass over your mind like information. They must enter your spirit like a key, because what you agree with now will shape how you step into what is waiting at the door. Place your hand over your heart if you can, not as a ritual of fear, not as a performance. Place it there as a sign that your spirit is ready to agree with heaven, because Michael did not bring this message to leave you trembling. He brought it to make you steady. Breathe in slowly. Let your shoulders drop. Let the noise around you lose its power. You have carried enough panic. You have carried enough pressure. And now, at this threshold, heaven is asking you to stop rehearsing the pain that tried to teach you fear. Say this quietly in your spirit. I am ready to open the door. I am ready to receive with peace. I am ready to stop running from what I prayed for. I am ready to trust that God did not bring me this far just to abandon me at the entrance. Michael stands as a witness over this moment, not because you are perfect, not because you have never doubted, not because your faith never shook in the dark. He stands because you are still here, and your presence is proof that the battle did not finish you. You survived the season that tried to make you hard. You survived the words that tried to make you bitter. You survived the delay that tried to make you hopeless. And even when you did not know how to pray with strength, your tears were still speaking before God. Now hear the instruction. Do not go back to the old posture. Do not shrink when peace arrives. Do not apologize for doors heaven opens. Do not lower your expectation just to make wounded people comfortable, because your breakthrough will require a version of you that can stand. In the next few days, pay attention to quiet movement. Not everything will come with noise. A message may arrive. A thought may repeat. A person may speak a sentence that confirms what your spirit already knew. A small opening may carry the first light of a larger answer. Do not despise small beginnings. The door may not look dramatic at first. It may begin as clarity. It may begin as courage. It may begin as one phone call, one idea, one chance, one peaceful nudge that feels too gentle to be important. But chosen one, peace is often how God marks the right door. Not confusion, not begging, not the pressure to prove yourself. Peace, a deep knowing that does not need to shout, because truth does not have to compete with fear. You are entering a season where discernment must lead you. Some doors will be distractions, some voices will be tests, some offers will look bright, but carry disorder. That is why your signal must be clean, and your spirit must not be ruled by desperation. Michael is not telling you to chase everything that appears. He is telling you to recognize what heaven is sending. There is a difference. Chasing comes from fear. Recognizing comes from peace. Chasing drains you. Recognizing aligns you with what God already prepared. So when something opens, pause, breathe, ask for wisdom. Notice your inner witness. If the door pulls you into panic, control, pride, or compromise, step back. But if the door carries peace, clarity, humility, and righteous courage, do not let old fear stop you. This is the sacred shift. You are no longer standing outside begging to be chosen. You are standing at the door as one already called. You are not waiting for permission from people who misunderstood you. Heaven has already given permission for you to rise. Say it again in your spirit. I release the fear that made me hesitate. I release the shame that made me hide. I release the scarcity that made me expect loss. I release the old identity that kept calling closed rooms my home. You are not your delay. You are not your last rejection. You are not the mistake they keep trying to use against you. You are not the silence of people who should have cared. You are the one heaven preserved for a door that could not open too early. That is why timing matters. If the door opened before healing, you might have carried pain into purpose. If the blessing arrived before alignment, you might have called it pressure. If support came before discernment, you might have trusted the wrong hands again. But now you are different. Not because life became easy, not because every wound disappeared, but because wisdom has been forming in you, and you are beginning to understand that peace is not weakness. Peace is spiritual authority under control. This is your declaration. I will not let fear read my future. I will not let lack name my season. I will not let panic guide my decisions. I will not let old pain turn an open door into another prison. Let those words settle. Do not rush them. Your spirit has heard enough accusations. It is time to hear agreement. Heaven agrees with the healed version of you. Heaven agrees with the prepared version of you. Heaven agrees with the version that can receive without fear. They did not see the private tears. They did not see the unseen obedience. They did not see the times you chose not to become bitter. They did not see the battles you fought in silence, but heaven saw every moment and recorded every seed. Now the door is standing before you, not behind you, not far away, before you. Your past cannot hold the handle unless you keep handing it power. Your fear cannot decide unless you keep asking it for permission. Take your authority back. Comment these words as an agreement. I am ready to open the door. Do not write them as empty words. Write them as a witness. Write them because your spirit is done standing outside a promise that heaven has already brought near. And if this message revealed the exact place where stress, scarcity, and fear have been interrupting your breakthrough, the link below is there for you. The Wealth Signal is a simple 5-minute audio designed to support your daily alignment into a calmer alpha state. Use it with headphones. Give yourself those 5 minutes. Let it support the part of you that has been living in survival for too long. It is currently $39, comes with 4 bonuses, and includes 100% refund protection. But remember this, no tool replaces your agreement with God. The tool supports your alignment, but your spirit must still say yes. Your hand must still touch the door. Your heart must still choose peace over panic and faith over the old familiar fear. Like this message, if it confirmed what your spirit has been feeling, share it with one chosen one who has been standing at a threshold and wondering if the pressure means failure. Tell them the truth. The pressure may be proof that the door is near. Now receive this blessing. May your mind become still. May your spirit become clear. May your steps become ordered. May every false door lose its attraction, and may every true door carry the unmistakable peace of God as you approach it. May the fear that followed you from old seasons fall away at the threshold. May scarcity lose its voice. May shame lose its grip. May confusion lose its fog. And may the breakthrough standing at your door meet a chosen one who is finally ready. Michael has spoken. Heaven has not forgotten you. The delay was alignment. The battle was preparation. The pressure was not the end. The door is standing. Your peace is the key. Now open it and walk forward as the one heaven already knew you would become.